The Alberta Foundation for the Arts has opened a brand new gallery space here in Calgary, and that's where I am today at Art House at the Edison, and I'm joined by Cynthia, who's board chair. Now, Cynthia, let's talk about this brand new space because this is your first presence in Calgary.
Yes, it is. 50 years this organization is in business, and we've never had a space in Calgary. And this is a culmination of, first of all, the Premier through the Minister of Culture, who said, we want more of our art to be out so Albertans can enjoy it. And we have 10,000 pieces of art in our collection in Edmonton. And at any one time, we have about 25% out. But we're so excited that we're able to have as many pieces as we can in this gallery in Calgary.
Now let's talk a little bit about what AFA does. You guys are the funding arm that supports art here in the province.
Yes, we are. We're an independent agency of the Alberta government, and by 2027 we'll be spending about $40 million supporting the arts community in Alberta, and we have programs ranging from our art collection program to we support individual artists with grants up to $18,000, and then we provide operating funding to over 400 organizations in the province.
Now, the first exhibition we're seeing right now, this is called New Views, and of course, you'll be seeing rotating exhibitions, but this is an example of what you might see here in this exhibit. Here, this is the very first piece that was donated to AFA.
Yes, it is, and it's not exactly an example of what you're going to see because it's a little quirky, but this is a representation of a football card that former Premier Don Getty in 1972 was donated. And what this did was it was donated to the government. There was no art collection, and Premier Lougheed, through his wife Jean, got excited about collecting art. Just another thing that we can thank the Lougheeds for. But I think it's quite funny because if you look at this and then you go and walk through the gallery, this is a little bit unusual.
But it also shows that you guys are inclusive of all of the arts. Thank you so much, Cynthia.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Of course, if you want to visit Art House, open from Tuesday to Friday, you can do so free for admission. For more information, you can always visit the website, affta.ab.ca. This piece you're looking at is called Lemons with Polka Dots, and it's one of 50 art pieces that you can see here at Art House at the Edison. And this is a brand new gallery space opened by the Alberta Foundation for the Arts, and I'm joined by board chair Cynthia to tell us more about it. Hi, Cynthia.
Hi, thank you. This piece is by Chris Cran, and if you stand back, you can see that he's done the lemons in relief. They're almost 3D, and Chris is a very well-known Alberta artist who's had a very successful show at the National Gallery. We have quite a few very prominent artists in our collection, but he's one of the most prominent. He's also a former professor at AU Arts and just a all-around good guy.
And all of his pieces really play tricks with your eyes, because when I first saw this piece, I thought it was elevated, but when you get closer, you realize it's all just one flat surface.
That's right. And one of the things that we want to do here is have groups come in and we can talk about the techniques that an artist used, because this is not somebody who just started painting last week. This is somebody who has a very high level of refinement in their work. And so to explain to young, aspiring artists, or just those that want to learn more about the arts and the form, how Chris does this, I think it would be very interesting.
It really is. And when you first walk into this gallery, you'll notice a legend of 3 colors, red, green, and orange, yellow. And this represents the 3 different ways of which you have acquired the pieces.
Yes, absolutely. Now, this one was acquired through what we call the Art Acquisition by Application program, which means that artists can apply to us to have their works purchased, and that the process is juried by their peers, and then out of 700 this year, we've selected 30. So it's a very competitive process. We also do curatorial purchase, where we identify holes in our collection and we go out and buy things, and then we also receive donations. We get very few donations. It's mostly the other 2.
And with 10,000 pieces in your collection, your goal really, of course, is to show as many artists and their pieces across the province, and you have a lot of these pieces on display in public buildings.
Yes, we do. Right, everything from the legislature to anywhere you would go, there's in public buildings, there are usually pieces of our art. We also have what's called the TREX program, which is the Traveling Exhibition Program. We have 4 different providers of that on the different quadrants of the province, and all of it totals about 25% of our collection is out.
Wow, that's so crazy. And of course, here at Art House, free admission, you have the opportunity to come and enjoy it. Thank you so much, Cynthia.
Thank you.
For more information on Art House, you can always visit the website affta.ab.ca. This is a pair of paintings called Heart Piece here at Art House at the Edison. And this is the Alberta Foundation for the Arts brand new gallery space here in Calgary. And I'm joined by board chair Cynthia to tell us more about it. Hi, Cynthia.
Hi. Thanks for having me today. Yes, we're very excited about this new gallery. And this is a perfect example of the kinds of things that we have in our collection. I believe these pieces have never been shown before. It's a mother and daughter, and you can see the mother and daughter in the one painting, and it's the representation of women and how they relate to each other. And the piece by the mother, Maureen, is over the smaller one. She has a beading practice, and so it's a mixed media piece, and I love the fact that she's worked the beads into her painting.
It's so beautiful, and it really complements one another being shown like this together. Now, of course, there's 50 paintings in total at the New Views exhibition, but in addition to the space, you also have space that is a multi-purpose space, perfect for pop-up exhibits.
Yeah, absolutely, and our first exhibit is going to be by the artist in residence for Alberta, who is Samantha Williams-Shapelsky in October, date to be determined, and she has done 100 what she refers to as plein air paintings, and so a representation of those will be up. I mean, this is all about getting more of our art. We have 10,000 pieces, more of our art out for Albertans to view.
And that's also why you guys have newly opened the space here in Calgary, first presence here. And this space is free admission, open from Tuesday to Friday.
Yes, it is, absolutely. And we're going to work very hard, A, to have as many people come through as possible, and B, to make sure that that the arts community knows that the space is here for them to use.
That's wonderful to hear. Thank you so much, Cynthia.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course, you'll want to visit the gallery yourself, but for now, for more information, you can visit the website affta.ab.ca.